Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Gary. Some of you know me and some of you don't, right? So today I'm going to make a footage or a explainer video on what trading actually is, right? So there's a lot of people out there that wants to get into Forex trading, but they don't know how it works or how to get into it, right? I know when I first started trading, right, I was all over the place. And I am not a guru, okay? I am not defining or labeling myself as a guru, right? I think every day I'm learning something new, right? Even I've been trading for a while, for a few years now, and I do have some experience under my belt, but I'm still constantly learning new things myself. So I'm going to take what I've learned so far, right, and give it to you guys who wants to get into trading and not be scammed by these so-called gurus, right? They want to charge you ten to $15,000 for a course when I can literally just give it to you for free, right? So now, I'm not saying that I'm going to teach you everything that I have learned, right? Because it took me a long time to learn these things, but I can help you shorten your learning curve, right? If I was to go over every single thing I've learned about trading, there's not enough time in a day for me to do it for free. So I hope you understand that, guys. But I'm going to give you guys a footage here that I just took this morning. So this trade was actually live this morning at 10 a.m. Um, or around 10 a.m. March 19th, 2026, New York session. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to film different segments of this video footage, right? And I'm going to explain to you guys what to look for and how to structure your trade to where you know and how to understand the fundamentals of the Forex market, right? So now we are 2 minutes and 38 seconds into this video so far, right? I'm going to explain the first thing about trading, right? A lot of people get this misconception mixed up. When it comes to Forex trading, right? You're not trading stocks, all right? You're not trading crypto. You're not trading ETFs. You're not trading mutual funds, right? What the currency world consists of is what's happening within the US versus another country. But now you're asking me, well, how do I prepare for that? Well, here's the thing. You don't exactly prepare for it. It is impossible to know exactly what's going on within the world around you, right? Something happens within the US, affects the currency market in one way, right? Something happens within the UK or the United Kingdom or Europe or Barcelona, right? Or Czech Republic, Prague. When you're trading currencies, you are literally trading one country's currency versus another country's currency. Okay? To give you guys an example, right? I know that some of you hears about the federal rate funds, right? Or the Fed's raising rates, Fed's lowering rates, right? When they're raising or lowering rates, right? They're not talking about your credit card interest rates, all right? They're talking about the rates that's going to affect foreign investors. Now, when I say foreign investors, right, I'm not talking about um, Mr. Hajibi over there in Dubai and decides to buy a piece of stock within Microsoft here in the US. No, that's not the foreign investment I'm talking about, right? Now, that does have some play into it, but it doesn't affect that much within the market. Okay. Now, if Mr. Hajibi over there works with, let's say, oil tankers, right? And they have to purchase, right? And they have to purchase or sell their products within the US, they have to do that with a foreign currency conversion rate. I want you to think back to a time when you were flying on an airplane, right? What'd you do, right? You get to your destination, you're at the airport, right? You're sitting here with a handful of USDs or United States dollars, dollar bills, and you're thinking, well, I'm not gonna waste, right, $1 of my USD if it's worth more within another country. Okay, let's say China, for instance, right? 1 USD equals 7 yuan overseas. So with $1 here, you can purchase something that's worth $7 in value in China. I hope I'm not losing you so far. Okay, so try to keep up, okay? I'm giving you a crash course that took me a long time to understand. All right, now back to the discussion about the currency conversions, right? So that's one part of it. That's one part of the foreign currency exchange market. Okay. Now, secondly, right, it's how do you prepare the fundamentals of forex trading, right? When you first open a chart, right, they are extremely confusing, especially the first timers, right? If this is your first time opening a chart, you're like, holy shit, I'm so lost right now. What am I looking at? I see it going up and I see it going down. Up, down, up, down, up, down. How do I know where it's going? Right? Now, this is the part that the fundamental news that I just told you about the Fed rates, right? Now, the Fed rates, that will affect on which way the market will go. Now, here's what most people don't tell you about, okay? Those numbers has already been penciled in. Now, when I say penciled in, right, the market knew exactly where it's heading before it happens, right? So the market makers or the liquidity providers, right, or so I say, let's name it in a terminology that you can understand, right? When I say liquidity providers, I'm talking about JP Morgan. You know who JP Morgan is, right? You know who Goldman Sachs is, right? You know who Navy Federal banks are, right? Now that's a smaller bank, but it's still federal. Okay. Let's name a few, right? You have Bank of America, right? That's also another liquidity provider. Right? Now, what these guys do is that they provide the liquidity, right, for us retail traders to trade, because this is actually a zero-sum game. Okay, and what I mean by that is that all retail traders, right, me, you, your mother, your grandpa, your uncle, right, anybody and everybody who is trading in the Forex market is trading against the liquidity providers. Now, they have billions of dollars. They have billions, hundreds of millions of dollars to lose within a day. You don't. They have the upper hand. You don't. They have the edge. You don't. So, okay, where was I? All right, so I talked about fundamentals, right? I talked about currency conversions, right? Now, this is only a 12-minute video, so I got about 3 minutes left, all right? Now, I want you to watch this video of my trade today, right? And I want you to think about what's going on within the market, right? Now, there's another thing that I have left out, right? When you're looking at a chart, right? A Forex chart of the one that's on screen right now, this is just one time frame. This is one time frame zoomed in, like it's zoomed in. The size of the market, or the visual appearance of the market, is majorly big, right? It's huge. So think about this, right? When you're looking at a chart, you're not looking at the exact price movements, right? You're looking at a fractal. Imagine yourself inside a bathroom, right? Now, this bathroom has mirrors on both sides. When you see these mirrors on both sides, what do you get? You get an infinite loop of mirrors, right? Well, how do you know which one is the actual you? Well, only you know which one is actual you because you can feel it. You're the actual human being inside the bathroom, right? But to onlookers and spectators out there, they don't know which one is the real you. When there are thousands of you being duplicated, that's what I meant by fractals. Okay, the market is a fractal. So take what I told you just now and start Googling this shit. All right? Start Googling how this stuff works. I just give you something that nobody else would have given to you for free. So, have a great day. I'll talk to you guys soon.